I made it to the airport a little bit early. They haven't assigned our flight to a gate yet, so I'm kind of just cooling out, people watching. Hopefully this flight ain't too long. Gonna fly up to Vancouver and then shoot over to Montreal, and then we'll see on the northern side of things. Bruh. Alright, so now comes the very interesting portion of this trip. Gotta go and sign our declarations on what we're doing in Canada and how long we're gonna stay. It's actually very interesting. Everything is closed off. We can't even get to a regular portion of airport. It's like being cut off from the real world. We'll get to customs, sign the paperwork on what we're doing here, how long we're gonna be here, and then we'll be able to board our plane. Alright, declaration complete. Now time to go get ice grilled.
From San Francisco, you do not need to remain in this area to collect your luggage. Proceed directly to the main exit to level 3. Arriving on Air Canada flights from the United States. If you have a connecting flight, you do not need to remain in this area. Thank you for flying Air Canada.
We're gonna head through security again to get to the next portion of the airport, and then get on our second flight. All right, we're through all that ruckus. Now we're headed up to the international flights to catch the next one and keep it pushing. I'm hella not seeing my flight on anything. Google it, able to find where we're supposed to be at. So Terminal C, Gate 46, we on the way. Another checkpoint, good Lord. All right, my flight is currently boarding and I'm late, basically. All those goddamn checkpoints, man. Shit. Look, the line's almost done. At least I'm here. I'm gonna be like the last one on the plane. But at least all things considered, I'm making it on the plane. Welcome to Canada, where the first thing I saw stepping off the plane was a Tim Hortons, and it's raining. It's raining. Welcome to Canada.
Eventually.
Pit's going up right now. It stopped raining for a little bit. We're gonna be able to get this pit set up before the rain happens. I think we're gonna get some blue skies from over that direction because the wind looks like it's blowing towards us, but worried about what those clouds look like there on the other side. So it should be a wet one until Saturday. And our refuge is set. We're working on some wheelwoods for the front. So changing 6 pistons from the 4 pistons that were in the front, hopefully that's going to give us a little bit better brake bias. Justin's going to be able to left foot brake without getting an even braking force front to back. Other than that, the whole setup is going to be exactly the same as we left it from the last round. And knowing the games that some of these people play, we're going to need a little bit of that braking to happen, and to happen fast. So those little 4-pots just don't do the deal on this big ass car. As you do know, this car is in the 3,300 pound range, so yeah, we need a good amount of brakes. It is still currently raining, but we're right in the middle of a sunspot, so we've got some blue skies up above.
What's up, dude?
Howdy, dude. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Man, all things considered, I'm awesome.
I haven't seen you since Long Beach.
You haven't been around, huh?
Nah.
Where you been? Gallivanting?
Yeah, it got me.
Yeah, all pits are set. We're good. I mean, it's beautiful out here. It's just like Seattle. Shit, Seattle with Florida weather. As you can see over there, storm coming in. It's gonna be raining all weekend. It doesn't produce the best type of result, but we'll try to work with what we've got. practice is live right now. This is just the first practice session. The track is kind of green at the moment. There's not enough grip being laid down, but there are some dope runs that are happening. We've laid down some pretty good runs thus far. We're going to make one change we think is going to benefit us. Right now, it's a battle of tire wear. We're going to run out of tires after the first lap. So we got to try to figure out a throttle strategy as well as a setup strategy. We're going to keep some tires in the car. So that's what we're working on right now. Practice session is over with. Real quick session that was. It was only about an hour and a half at best. We really figured out that we need to knock out some of that wheel speed. We're getting a ton of wheel speed, which is eliminating tires. We're actually bald after our first lap. Knowing that we have to go make a second run just doesn't sit kosher with us, so we're gonna make a change. With that change being made, we're not going to be able to test on it until tomorrow. Weather's looking good, but there is going to be some rain that comes in again tonight. Once again, we're going to get on the track. Track's going to be green and slippery. Car's fast. Justin's looking real good. We're not even concerned with that right now, which is a good thing. That is a positive. Formula D Canada practice is starting. We're going to head to the pits, clean up a little bit. We haven't been to sleep in a few days, so we're gonna try to get something to eat and then get a good night's rest. Practice done, pit strapped down, we're ready to rock. We also gotta make sure this is strapped down just in case a storm comes through here tonight.
Give a brief update of what you did today, things that you were at Formula D Canada,
Gotta fill up these drums a little bit more. They're half empty so that we can make sure that these things are held down.
Tomorrow.
And good morning. It's a new day. It's the start of the actual first day, qualification and practice for tandems tomorrow. In the middle of the night, my life changed. My wife had my daughter. It's pretty dope. And now I've got a job to do.
What's up, big fella?
Day's beginning. FD practice is starting for the Canada series. We're unfortunately going to have to battle bad weather later in the day. It's coming. Our session doesn't start until 5 o'clock. We're kind of screwed, but we're going to do our best to fight through it. So we're going to get everything set up. We're going to bring out as minimal amount of things as possible so we don't have to clean it up once the rain and stuff comes. windy as hell. The clouds are coming in. Look like the storm is coming through. We're about to have a change in scenery here shortly. Ain't that right, big fella?
What's up, big fella?
Rain's here. Our practice is going to start very shortly. Biggest problem that we have is some of the wind is stopped, but at the same time, we've got wind coming from the east and the west. And since it's here now, it's going to just run straight up the middle and it might linger. So that may be a problem. But I think we just got to deal with it. So we'll make it happen. No doubt, I mean, I'm all right with being up in that tower while it's raining, but the end all be all is we're looking for the best result here on the track. So we'll see how we can make this work. And the drag strip is extremely slippery. You'll see that as soon as the rain comes down. That drag strip is no joke. So while we got some dry pavement right now, we're trying to run out there really quick and scrub in some tires. Since it's raining outside, the driver's autograph session got moved inside. It's so slow and methodic, it looks like you're waltzing. right now we're in a terrible position. We didn't get a score on our first qualifying run. We only got one more to go. It looks like it's almost about to rain, and everybody qualifying thus far has had dry track. This sucks. If we get a score on the board, we get on the grid. Everything else doesn't matter because it just goes down to tandem battles. So we're still getting practice runs before we get a qualifying run, so we'll be able to test the track and see how it feels on this next run. I think we got full dry track, but if it starts to rain right when we come up, I'm gonna hate life. All right, here goes track check. How you feeling about it? Good, Brian. That looked real positive, brother. Thank you. I'll see you guys back at the trail. I'll let you know what we got.
There we go. That looks a lot more composed, but now just throwing it in. So as you said, Ryan, kind of risk it, no biscuit. Looks like he's going for it. Max angle there. Almost perpendicular. Out to the outer zone. Nice job by Pollock. Boom. Barely just kissing, smooching that black magic. Intense. Now knocking that one over just to spite it.
Such a super stressful position to be in when you got a 0 on the board. We got 88. Nobody's knocked us out yet. We got 5 more drivers that can knock us off, but we got 8 bye runs. We just need one of them. It was crazy. Like, I gave the full dry call to tell him to go full out. He was kind of apprehensive about it because people haven't been driving the high line. Stressful, but we're in the game. 5 more guys to go, and we'll see if we land in that spot.
Two hours later.
Is that cheese or gravy? Saturday morning, main event, big show. Today is the day. It's raining again. It shouldn't be raining by the time comp starts. We're trying to dry out our pit area, get that active. We're sitting third after the smoke settled yesterday, and we've got a bye run. Hopefully they don't do like they did the last event. The bye runs didn't run, and we didn't run until top 16. Hopefully that's not the plan for today. I really want to be able to run just to put down a run that'll get the people hyped, and then after that we'll still be warm, ready for top 16. Check back in with you when practice starts, and we'll roll from there.
Opening, collision with another driver that is considered to be the line late or hitting a chicane cone, performing an illegal pass, would be considered incomplete or getting past legally. So,
because of the language barrier here, it's really hard to get all the information that we need up here in the spotters tower. Today, they've got the speakers here that are going to give live feed from what Jared, Ryan Sage, and the DJs playing. So, fortunately, today we'll be able to hear and understand what's going on other than trying to learn French. good chase on that. Really good speed. Practice is done. Top 32 is about to start. We've got some pretty good data coverage on the guys that we may be going up against. So we just got to get through this dry run, see who they advance past, and then we'll know who we're going to go up against here in the top 16. These French-Canadian fans came out for a good time, and we want to give it to them. So here we go. We'll go right into the top 32. Alright, so everything's completed. Cars prepped, ready to go. We're going to go line them back up for the top 16 intro. We got to go up against Von Gittin. If you can remember last year, what ended up happening while we were at this track in the same situation. Matter of fact, cut to film.
As Von Gittin Jr. continues through the course, exploding that front clip. Oh wow, and Justin Pollock getting to the side of Von Gittin Jr.
In this situation, to try to get the right call, the right verdict.
Just as difficult as it is for us to see through the smoke here, you have to imagine that plays a role in Justin Pollock. And look, he just...
So that right there is what we want to prevent. We don't want to get tangled up with this dude. It seems to always happen at every track. This isn't how this night is going to end. Justin said he's not going to hit him, so I trust that. So let's go to top 16.
Presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. I'm Jared Deanna, Ryan States, Ryan Lefts, Ryan Egger, Andy Yen, Loretnick on the ground. Let's send it to Eustache. Make some noise. On espère qu'on sera en mesure de réparer du côté de Chelsea de Nova. 5 minutes, c'est pas long, par exemple. On semble avoir pas mal de... La sortie de field, on a voir Dean Kearney qui backfield malheureusement pour Dean Kearney en sortant du secteur.
It's been one hell of an active round. Now up next, we're going against Von Gittin, the highest qualifier. So we're going to lead first, then we're going to go to the chase round and see what happens.
Here we go, c'est parti.
Well, I mean, I guess we're okay with it. He didn't hit him, so that's the big thing. Jesus, what the hell?
Are you kidding me? This truck is claiming
amazing
another
crash.
downward with two vehicles. Make sure they're okay as Ryan Turk initiates. We saw him go into the
Yo,
wall yesterday.
everybody's crashing, everybody's destroying their cars. So it's a small victory that we didn't. And if you'll notice, there was a lot of brake lights going on, and that's simply because he wasn't able to give the full chase that he wanted. It bit us in the ass right after inner clip 2. That ended up screwing him because he braked a little bit too strongly and it straightened the car out. That's it. Man, that's the way it crumbles. But shit, good event, good runs. We just couldn't put it together. We didn't end up with it. So we didn't end up with it, man. That's just all it goes. So now back to the pits, put everything up, try to get all that shit done because I got to get on a plane by 4. I don't even know if that's possible. Let's see.
6.5 hours later.
Well, it was a long flight, and it's sunny and hot today. I am pulling up to my home to meet my daughter for the first time. So I'm just gonna sign off right here, right now. Pretty exciting day for me. So I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for joining us. Stay outside washing cars. I can wash mine next, right?